Hello guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Maud and in this video we're going to be talking about number data type. So let's create our project here, open a new folder and type desktop. We'll create a new folder and let's just call it number. Okay, and we will create an index.html and main.js file. Okay, now inside of the index.html, we will hit exclamation mark and hit enter, and that will give us the boilerplate for a index page. So now we will make our script tag, and let's import our main.js file, and let's open this with live server. So I have this extension live server. So if you don't have it, here in the extension tab, open the extension tab and search for live server here and make sure you install it. Okay, now we will press the Windows key and left arrow, so that VS Code will take the left half of the screen. And so okay, now in the browser we can hit Control Shift J and that will open up the console. Let's create it and go to the main.js and let's just do 1 2 3 and okay, everything is working. Now let's get started, and we can define a variable, for example called x, and assign it to 3 for example, and let's just log this x variable, and we can also log the type of this x variable. So that will give me 3, and the type of this variable was a number. So okay, and I can use also 3.5. I can use floating point numbers, so that gives me a number as well. So JavaScript is a loosely typed language, and it doesn't have a separate type for integer and float as in other languages. But so integer and float numbers fall into the category of number data type. So okay, so of course we can do the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division, and also there is the mod operator. And now of course here we can do x plus 5 for example, or x minus 2, or we can use the division. Okay, now let's talk about the mod operator. So if we were to do 3.5 mod 3 for example, and this will give me 0.5. So to make this example simpler, I will make x to for example 6, and I will do x module 3. So what does the mod operator is used for? It's used to get the remainder of a division of operation. So for example, here when you divide 6 by 3, that will give you 2, and the remainder will be 0. Okay, now so if we change this x to, for example, 7, if you divide 7 by 3, this will give you 2, and the remainder would be 1. So that will give you the remainder. And if I change this to 8, for example, the remainder would be 2. And if I change this to 9, the remainder would be 0 again, because 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3, and the remainder is 0. Okay, now for example, if we were to do x mod 10 for example, and that will give me the whole number back, which here is for example 5 mod 10. So this is the mod operator. And okay, so now if we have a number like this, for example 9.7, just like this number, and we want only 2 numbers after the decimal point, we can do that by using log and then x dot. Notice here that we are using the dot notation, and we can use a function called toFix, and this function will take a one parameter, which is the number after the decimal point, how many numbers I want to include. So if I want 2 numbers, I will put 2 here, and that will give me 9.77. Okay, if I want 3 numbers, this will give me 3 numbers. Okay, now what if I want to get rid of the floating point number? There is a function called parseInteger with capital I, and give it x, and it will return me 9. So it got rid of floating point numbers. So okay, now that's it about numbers, and hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in another one.